Okay, so I'm using the onboard mic today because the clip for my lapel mic broke. I need to fix it. So I hope there's no wind coming across the mic. But today I'm talking about harvesting cucumber seeds. I think the most difficult thing that people have about harvesting them is knowing when to pick the cucumbers to make sure that the seeds are viable or they're mature. Because when we go to the grocery store and we get cucumbers, they're all bright green and the seeds inside are immature. So to make sure that the seeds are mature, you need to keep them on the vine for a long time. Now the thing about cucumbers is they have a gel inside surrounding the seeds, and that prevents them from sprouting. So you really can't go too long unless you hit freezing temperatures. I don't think you can go too long with them on the vine. So I let them turn yellow. They go from green, bright green, the eating stage, and they start to get a little yellow, and then they get fully yellow, and then they get really soft. And so once they start to get soft, I wait past the yellow stage, and then they get really soft, almost kind of rotting. And that's when I pull them off. You can actually tap on them, and they make a thud sound because they're just they're just getting so old. So that's when you want to pick them. So I don't think you can pick them really too late. I've picked them way up till almost frost, and they seem to be fine. But you want to leave them on there as long as you can because you want those seeds to be mature. Okay, so this variety of cucumber is called English Telegraph. And they get between 8 to 12 inches. And you'll notice this one here is past the green stage. It's getting yellow. The one back there is completely green, so that one's still good at the eating stage. But you'll notice the one in the far back, right there, that one's about 11 inches long, and that is past the eating stage because it's getting yellow. So at any point in the green stage, you can harvest them and eat them. But once they start to turn yellow, of course, then they're getting old. And so I let them get completely yellow, like this one here. This one here is completely yellow, and it's actually soft. I don't know if you can hear that thud. And so that one is past the eating stage, but it's at the perfect harvesting seed stage. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one, and that one's ready to go, which I already did take it off the vine. And then this plant has pretty much had it. On this plant here, I've picked so far 9 cucumbers, and I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cucumbers left. So this one plant alone in this 20-gallon trash can is going to give me, I don't know, yeah, closer to, I mean, it's like 17 or so. But it's a heavy producer. It's done well this summer, but it's at the end of its life. So I'm going to go ahead and start picking the cucumbers for seeds, and that one right there is perfect. So let's go ahead and take that one in, and I'll show you how I harvest the seeds. Okay, so to cut this open and get the seeds, I'm going to cut it along the edge lengthwise, like this. All the way around, like this. And then just open it up. Now the seeds in here are in this gel, and this gel actually protects these seeds from sprouting. So you can let this cucumber go way past this stage if you want to, almost the rotting stage, because you want to make sure that these seeds are mature. So to extract the seeds, it's really simple. You can either scrape it down the center with a knife or a spoon, or because this cucumber is so soft, you can just squeeze the edges. With a immature cucumber at the eating stage, of course, you can't do that because they're hard. But with these, if you just squeeze the sides, you'll notice that it just oozes out. It takes the gel and the seeds together, and you just scrape it out. You can scrape it actually directly into a cup, or as I'm doing here, just scrape it out onto the cutting board, and then I'll scrape it into a cup or a dish afterwards. But you do want to collect all this gel with the seeds. And then I just scrape it into a cup here, making sure that I get all that gel in there too. And then I'm just going to add just a little bit of water, probably about half as much again. Then I'm going to put a little plastic over it, punch a few holes in it,
and I'm going to let these seeds ferment. Now, the purpose of fermentation is to get that gel to kind of fall away from the seed. So you want that gel to dissolve from the seed so the seed is clean with none of that growth inhibitor on it, or sprout inhibitor. That's a natural sprout inhibitor is actually what that gel is. And then I'm just going to put this on a shelf away from direct sunlight for a few days, and then just rinse them out, put them onto a paper plate, dry them, and we're good to go.
So that's all there is to saving them. I treat cucumber seeds the same way I do tomatoes. I put them in a little cup, a little bit of water, and then wait a few days, and then rinse them out, and they're good to go. It's really hard to tell with cucumber seeds when to, it's hard to tell when they're mature. I usually can tell when they're nice and white, and sometimes they're a little, when they're immature, they're kind of see-through, kind of translucent. But for the most part, they get nice and white, and that is a sign to me. But that's not always the best indicator. The best indicator is just make sure that they're completely mature. They go way past the eating stage, almost the rotting stage, before you pick them off the vine, and then you're good to go. The thing about a tomato is the easiest thing about a tomato is once a tomato starts to turn from green to unless it's a green tomato, but the red tomatoes is easy to tell. Once it starts to turn, gets a little bit yellow or a little reddish on it, you can pick your tomatoes and save the seeds. They're perfectly mature. So, but with a cucumber, that's not the case. So anyways, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little bell so you'll get notifications when I upload a new video. All right, we'll catch you later.